Hi there, it's Laura here from Get Organized HQ. And last week I talked to you about some of the ridiculous things that at least I tend to do when I get overwhelmed, and maybe you do as well. And this week I want to present the solution to that. Now, what I'm going to tell you about is something that you may or may not have heard of and you may or may not be doing. But even if you've already heard of it, and even if you're already doing this, I want you to keep watching because I'm going to tell you about some good, better, and best ways to do this. And that is brain dumping. Brain dumping in its simplest form is just exactly what it sounds like, where you're dumping everything out of your brain so you don't have to constantly have it weighing on you. Some people call this downloading or brain download, and it's literally where you just take a piece of paper, or if you're more of a tech person, your computer, you open up a document, or you take out your notebook and you just start writing down everything that's on your mind. All the things you need to do, all the things you're afraid you're going to forget, all the things you wish you could do, anything that's bothering you, you just make a big giant list and you get it out on paper or in digital format. So you get it out of your head into another medium. And this is definitely not the time to edit yourself or worry too much about how you're going to get it done or whether it's worth doing. This is just the time to make sure you've captured everything that is on your mind. So that is like the most basic brain dump 101. And if this is what you do, you're already a step in the right direction because you've at least written it down, and that kind of helps you think through things and gives your thoughts something more concrete instead of just being this like sea of swirling things happening in your head. So if that's all you do, you're doing pretty good. But you can actually take this to the next level and make it even more effective. So if maybe you've been doing this several times and you make these big lists, sometimes what happens is you make the big list and you stuff it in a drawer and you never see it again. Again, it probably helped you clear your mind a little bit, but you're not actually getting things done. So the more times you do this and like stuff the list in a drawer or look at it for a couple hours and never think about it again, the next time you do this, you realize, okay, I wrote all this down, that's great, but I don't really feel much calmer or more secure that these things are going to get done. Now I just have a giant list. So this is where we take it to the next level. You take that list that you made and you are going to put it into categories. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this. You can categorize any way that you like, but giving this list a little bit of structure is already going to help it seem more manageable and is going to help start you down that road of actually implementing it. So what I like to do is actually take the list that I made and make a column for what context the things are in, like work, personal, home. So I've already kind of starting to get it divided up. And then the next step is once I have done this, then I like to assign some sort of priority. There's all different ways to do this. A lot of times I like to say what day some of these things are happening. If it's a high priority, like it has to happen. You know, if it's something like pay a bill or my electricity is going to get turned off, like it's not optional. So I'm going to say this is when I'm going to do that. So I'm going to assign it a date. If it's a lower priority, then I'm just going to note that it's a lower priority. Maybe it's a medium priority or a low priority or something that isn't urgent at all. Like, yes, I want to redecorate the guest bathroom, but whether that happens now or next month or next year, it's not really a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and categorize that list that we've made. Now, if you're a pen and paper girl, just take out a ruler or just literally draw a line and start categorizing what you have on your list. If you're more of a digital person, there's loads of different apps, anything from an Excel spreadsheet, Notion, Evernote, the Notes app on your phone. Some of these will allow you to categorize a little bit easier. I'm more of a spreadsheet person. Like I think in spreadsheets basically. And so I like the fact that when I put it in a column, then I can more easily sort it. But you do what's most comfortable for you. If you are much more comfortable with pen and paper and you're not so much a tech person, then trying to do it in a technology medium is probably only going to frustrate you. And the whole goal of this is to help you feel less stressed and less overwhelmed. So that categorized brain dump was the better way to do a brain dump. And let me tell you the best way. So the best way is to have some sort of long-term system in place for these brain dumps. So instead of, okay, you get really overwhelmed, you're ready to do the brain dump, you get out a piece of paper, you open up some kind of something on your computer, you make the list, you categorize it, and then in a week or two, you forget about it. The best way to do this is to have an ongoing system and really to have more of like a master list. So when you do the brain dump and you look at the items on it that you're not going to achieve today, then you can put those on your master list and know that you're not going to forget about them. And over time, you'll find that you can stop repeating some of the items that you always have on your list, because most of us have things that we always put on our list that we're not quite getting to. So if you have some sort of a master list system going on, then you'll be able to take care of these items even better and trust that they are at least not going to get forgotten about. Now, one thing I want to caution you about when it comes to these master list systems is that you're going to have a long list and things are going to sit on it for a long time. So kind of the downside to actually writing out the things you want to do or the things that are on your mind and keeping it long term means that most of us can't accomplish all of those things right away, nor would we really want to, nor is it really necessary. So you got to get used to the fact that this isn't something that I need to do today. This is a long-term master list. Now, there are tons of different systems that you can use for this. It really kind of depends on your personality and how you like to do things. I think the absolute simplest for the paper and pen ladies is to just take one notebook, and this is where it all goes. And you can even have a section that's your master list, so once you do a brain dump, you can move it to the master list. So that would be like the absolute simplest. Every time I go to write one of these, it's in this notebook so that you have it all contained in one place. If you want to do something digital, you could have a spreadsheet, you could use an app like Notion, which is what I like to use, or you could use like a tablet planner. If you have a section in your planner, you could put this in there, just having in a system where it lives long term. And I would love to know if you do have a system. Go ahead and let me know in the comments what that system is and how you like to do it, and maybe we can learn from each other. And if you'd like me to do a video on a more in-depth system for keeping brain dumps, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments, and I can do that for you. And before we leave, if you have not already, make sure you go and watch last week's video about other things that you can do to help you when you're feeling totally overwhelmed.